Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Devin K the model. Thank you for joining me for today's video. Okay, so for today's video I'm going to be reviewing episode 15 of the Real Housewives of Potomac. I did my first review video of it last week, so this week I'm gonna do the review, but I'm gonna do it as I'm watching it so you guys can get like my real life actual reactions to everything. So what is going on in the show is this is the third episode of them being on the couples trip. So at this point, everybody has arrived. In the last episode, Giselle and Robin arrived. They arrived late, so they got like a really horrible, bad room. So they're kind of pissed off about that. There was so much drama between Mia and Candace, and then Ashley and Candace at dinner. So that is where the episode left off. They were at dinner and there was some drama brewing. Chris was so embarrassed by Candace's behavior that he had to walk away for a minute. So at the end of the episode, Chris and Candace come back to the table. So I want to get into this and see what else is going to happen during this season and this episode. So let's go, you guys. Okay, you guys, so we're literally like 5 minutes into this episode. Okay, so the scene opens up in the restaurant. They're getting their food and then they leave. And then Robin and Giselle decide to book a hotel because Robin's on her cycle and they don't have a bathroom in the room that Wendy gave them. She didn't offer them any alternatives because we all know Wendy does not like Robin and Giselle because they wanted to know about, there was a rumor circulating about her husband apparently having an affair or an alleged affair, an alleged mistress. So then next thing you know, Wendy gets her body done. So they're like, okay, so you know, they're coming from a concerned, genuine place. They just want to check in with her friend. Wendy took offense to it. So they tell everyone at the restaurant, Giselle and Robin, that okay, well, we're gonna go to a hotel for the night. It's 30 miles away. So everyone gets back on the bus. So while they're in the restaurant talking about them getting the hotel, it cuts to Wendy, and Wendy's just sitting there like smacking on some shrimp. First of all, so ugly and unladylike. I do not like her. Okay, so then cut to everyone piles in back on the bus that they have, that they're being transported around in. And Mia is sitting back there with Ashley and Karen. And G is up there sitting with Wendy's husband, and then in the other seat is Candace. And then in front of her, Chris is sitting in front of her. And then Mia and Karen are in the seat behind G and Wendy's husband. All of a sudden, it cuts to G, and he starts talking about his man parts. Now, this man has a complete problem. He has been acting a fool, you guys, since he got on this trip. He has been drinking nonstop. He's been telling Mia to shut the F up in front of everybody, just being blatantly disrespectful. And Mia is just sitting there taking it. Like, she needs to get her husband under control. He's trying to compare his man parts to Wendy's husband and to Chris's, y'all. What is wrong with this man? Issues. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, so then I guess Chris wants to get in on the action and join in the conversation with G, since he's trying to compare his man parts and his performance in the bedroom to Chris and to Wendy's husband. So then Chris decides to tell everybody what color his member is and to say that it is brown. And then G's like, let me see. And then the lady's, let me see, let me see. And so then he stands up and he starts to pull his pants down. And oh my gosh, they put it in slow motion. You guys, you should see Candace's face. She was literally about to kill Chris. Like, she literally looked like a demon. This is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, so everybody has made it back to the house now. Giselle and Robin are in their room packing their stuff up, and they decide, you know, we're gonna come back in the morning. So then it shows okay, so everybody gets back to the house. They all decide to go to bed. So, you know, the couples go in their bedrooms and everything. Giselle and Robin go to their room. And then it shows Mia and G, and Mia's like, I'm gonna go put on my pajamas. And then Skyla comes down the hall to, you know, because she hears some noises to see what's going on. So she goes up in Robin and Giselle's room and she's like, what are you guys doing? Like, what's going on? Mind you, it's like, I think 12:20 or 1:20 a.m. at this point. And so they're like, you know, we don't have a restroom. Giselle's toe is broken 3 places. Like, the bathroom's downstairs, we're upstairs. Like, we're supposed to be walking around in our night clothes in front of men in this house, you know? And so they're like, we're just gonna go to a hotel. So then Mia comes out of the room and it's like, what's going on? Like, are you guys really leaving, you know? And they're like, yeah, they explain the whole thing to Mia and everything. And so then Mia's like, no, I don't want you to leave. Like, I understand, like, where you guys are coming from and everything. So she's like, you can have our room. Like, you know, I'll go wake my husband up and he'll insist that you take our room, you know, and we can go back and forth. Like, it's okay. But they're like, no, 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 thank you. And Giselle's like, you know, I'm really glad that you care, because clearly the host doesn't. And clearly Wendy doesn't care. I feel like she did this just to be ignorant, to try to get revenge on them, because she's salty and can't take, like, constructive criticism. And Wendy is very insecure to me. She just comes off so insecure and shallow. She thinks she's all that just because she's a professor. Like, you being a professor doesn't make you, like, no, be a good person. Okay, so whatever. So then after Giselle and Robin are loading up the car and everything, it cuts to Wendy and her husband. And Wendy's in her room talking about, why are they leaving in the middle of the night? I feel like they just wanted to make a scene. No, you knew that you put them in a room without a restroom and everybody else had a restroom. You knew that. And then Robin made a really good point. What if Juan had came on the trip? Or what if he wanted to show up and surprise her? So Juan, Robin, and Giselle are all supposed to be in a room together? No. 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 Oh, and then I forgot to tell you guys that there's a scene with Candace and Chris was so drunk, and he made Candace promise to stop being a B to everybody and to get with the program, GVO, good vibes only. And so Candace promised, like, this was my day to show out, show my ass, and I'm gonna be on my best behavior now. So, is Candace gonna be on her best behavior? Let's see. Okay, you guys, so it's the next morning, right? And so everybody's greeting each other and everything, and they get to the hallway, and Karen's in the hallway with Wendy and her husband. And so she sits there and was like, you know, Giselle is just so extra, blah, 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 and starts talking crap about Giselle and Robin. Mind you, Karen, if you were Giselle and you had a broken foot, you wouldn't want to have to go upstairs and downstairs. Karen would be fit to be tied if she did not have her own restroom in her room. So Karen at this point is playing both sides. Okay, I don't like that at all. Okay, so everybody's in the kitchen starting to make breakfast and everything. And so then Karen starts talking to Ashley about Giselle and Robin. And then Ashley's like, well, I'm gonna call them and check up on them. So, you know, Ashley FaceTimes Giselle and she's like, hey, good morning, you know, asking how they slept and everything. And then Karen goes and gets on FaceTime and is like, so they're on opposite sides of the table, and Giselle doesn't know that Wendy is sitting on the other side of the table. So she's on the side of the phone that Giselle can't see. She can only see Ashley and Karen. Okay, so she's like, you and your shenanigans, like, why did you have to leave in the middle of the night, you and your antics? And she's like, you know, Karen, I didn't have, you know, a bathroom or whatever. And she's like, it wasn't about that. And she's like, well, you didn't even say goodbye to anybody. And she's like, I did say goodbye to people, which she did. Only Mia and Ascala came to see them out. Wendy heard them leaving, knew they were leaving, chose to stay in her room with the door closed with her husband, Eddie. Okay? And then gonna get up and peek out the window and watch them drive off and talk crap. Ma'am, you are the host of the trip. You are being a horrible, petty person. And so then Giselle's like, I did say goodbye to people, you know? And then she's like, Karen's like, well, did you say goodbye to the host? And Giselle goes, well, the host hasn't said shit to me, so no, I'm not gonna say goodbye to her. And so then literally as soon as she says that, Wendy gets up and she literally runs across around the table and gets in the camera and was like, you're lying. I did say something to you yesterday. Yes, you greeted them, Wendy, in a very fake, insincere fashion. And then when they voiced their concerns about Robin being on her cycle and Giselle having a broken foot and not having a bathroom, you didn't even try to come up with a solution. You didn't even say, okay, well, there's a bathroom downstairs. Maybe we can see if someone can switch rooms. Maybe we can designate a bathroom to you ladies that no one else in the house would use. Like, she didn't even care. She just stared at them like, and then left out the room. So Giselle is talking in the sense of her being a host, her being accommodating, speaking to her and greeting her. She just did that for show because Candace and Ashley and Ascala were in the room with Robin and Giselle, and she didn't want to look bad, so she put on her fake little act welcome. And her welcome and stuff was just so weak. And then when they asked about the bathroom, she goes, I don't know. It's a bathroom downstairs. You clearly don't want them there, ma'am. So just say that. Like, just so rude. So rude. And then when she walks back and sits down, Wendy's going to be like, don't be a liar. Wendy, how about you learn how to have some hospitality and how to be a host? So rude. Okay, you guys, so Ray has arrived on scene to the house. So Ray arrives, everybody else has like already made breakfast, went back to their rooms and everything, either to lay down or to get ready for the day. And so Karen and Ray, she's making him coffee, so cute. And then she's just, you know, sitting there catching him up about what's been going on, everything that's been happening. So now Robin and Giselle are on their way back to the house. So I feel like there is going to be some type of drama going on. Oh, and also, you guys, while they were in the kitchen making breakfast, so Karen asked Mia if her and Candace were gonna talk. And so Mia's like, you know, I'm always down to have a conversation with someone. I just really want to understand like what's going on with her. Like, why does she always have to strike so low, like go so hard, try to hurt somebody so bad? Like, you know, Mia's like, you know, is she okay? So I totally get and understand where Mia is coming from. And in this situation, Mia is not being messy Mia. She's actually like coming from a genuine place because, you know, Candace's comments really about her mother really did hurt her. Like, she told her her mom was low budget. However, Mia was being over the top. Like, you don't need to bring people's family into disagreements that you have with other women. However, Mia was sitting there crying, saying that her mom could possibly overdose because Candace, who Mia's mom does not know, called her low budget. To me, that was a bit over the top. But then again, I have not been in that situation. You know, I haven't lived the life Mia has lived. So that is up to her. I don't know. If she wants to cry about that, then, you know, that's her business. But I don't know, guys. This episode is getting good. I'm ready for some drama. Oh my God. All I have to say about Robin and Giselle right now is the green-eyed bandits look a hot mess. I don't even know what type of dress this is that Giselle is wearing. She looks like she's supposed to be at one of those old-fashioned 1700 tea parties with like a little umbrella. Like, this dress is hideous, you guys. And then Robin is wearing some ugly baggy onesie once again. I don't know, for some reason, you guys, I'd be thinking Robin is fat because she dresses like a fat cow. She has fat cow status. Like, those two are my favorites, but as Karen said, they have a horrible fashion sense. Oh my goodness. I'm so disappointed in them. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go in on the fashion for a little hot second. Ascala's outfit is cute. She's wearing this little all white outfit, but she has this scarf on her head, you guys, and she has it tied like an old lady, and she looks like she should be wearing some dark sunglasses because she's blind with a walking stick. Like, the outfit would be cute. I understand they're supposed to go on a boat ride, so you don't want your hair to get messed up, but girl, you don't need to have that little scarf tied around like an old lady. And then Wendy comes in the room. Karen is sitting at the table with her foot propped up, and everybody else is like congregated around the kitchen island or whatever. Wendy comes in the room and greets everyone but Giselle. Like, she won't even look her way. Like, she is just getting on my nerves at this point. She is so petty. She is just not being a woman. She is not being a hostess. Like, I'm just so disappointed in Wendy. I'm just so disappointed in her. But her outfit is cute. She wore this like little top that was like a booby top with some white high-waisted pants, and then it had like a sheer cardigan that was floor length that went with it. Like, her outfit is cute today though. Her weave is looking good. Her curls are full of volume. But just how Wendy is conducting herself, no girl, get it together. Okay, you guys, so Robin and Giselle are at the house. And so I'm going to take a break and I'm just going to talk about the fashion real quick. So Ascala is looking cute. Her little outfit is cute, but she has this old lady scarf on her head. She looks like she needs to be wearing some of those 3 blind mice glasses with the little walking stick. Like, I know you guys are going on a boat ride, but girl, you could have styled that scarf differently to protect your hair. Looking, no, a mess. Everything else from the neck down is on point, Ascala. Good job. Okay, now Wendy actually looks cute this morning. She has on like this white outfit. She has like this booby top on that ties right there, and then she has on this sheer matching white floor length cardigan with these white high-waisted flowing pants, and her weave is popping. Her curls are on point. They have so much volume, but you see that everyone is congregated around the kitchen island, right? And Giselle is sitting off to the side on the table. She's close enough to the island so that she would be able to interact and everything with everybody. And she has her foot propped up because it's broken. And Wendy won't even acknowledge her. She won't even look at her. Like, she literally greeted everyone. Robin isn't in the kitchen yet. Oh my God, you guys. So I figured out what Robin's wearing. She's wearing these like tiger print, because it's not cheetah print, so it's like tiger striped baggy overalls, and then I guess she has like a bikini, a black bikini top under there, but she still looks a mess. So I feel like something's about to happen. Like, I need some drama. Okay, you guys, oh my gosh, Karen and Ray just came in the kitchen. Karen is looking so adorable. She has on this one piece yellow jumpsuit, so cute. And then she has on this brown and like camel covered scarf. She has it tied like this around her head, which is how Ascala should have styled her little scarf. But you know, I don't know, it just makes Ascala look like so old. And then, ew, Candace's outfit looks like trash. I hope she's gonna change her clothes before she goes on the boat ride. I don't know what's up with her outfits on this episode and last episode, but she keeps on wearing things that are that nasty sweater material that like stretch out when you wear them. So she looks super frumpy and ugly. It's like this pasty, like light olive color. It's like a mix between olive and mint green. It's this ugly color, and it's like one of those fuzzy long sleeve sweaters, and then it has matching shorts. And I really hope she's not gonna go on the boat ride like that, because girl, you look a mess. Mia's cute. She has on a long, colorful, flowery dress with red and blue in there. She looks so cute. I haven't seen Ashley's outfit yet, y'all, so we're gonna have to see what our girl Ashley is wearing, but I know she's gonna bring it because she always looks good. Oh Lord, you guys. So these outfits I just described to you, they're all literally wearing them on the boat. Candace looks a mess. Ashley has this really cute, flowy, long, floor length red and white dress on. So Ashley looks good. But oh my goodness, some of these ladies are looking a hot mess. Ascala is looking good. Wendy is looking good. Karen is looking good. Mia is looking good. And Ashley is looking good. And everybody else, no. Okay, so on the boat, everybody's like, where's Robin and Ascala? So it cuts downstairs. They're downstairs where the food, the bar, and the restrooms are. And so Ascala's like, you know, how are you feeling today? Checking in on Robin, because Ascala is on the phone, on the show, because she is Robin's mutual friend. So she's not necessarily like a peach holder, but she's a friend on the show. So, you know, she's checking in with her girl and everything. And so Robin does say, which this is a trait, and one of the reasons why I like Robin so much, is she did say, like, you know, it wasn't anything towards Wendy. Like, I don't feel like, you know, it was intentionally directed towards us or anything. She was just like, I just know myself and I know my body, and I know that situation would not have worked for me. So, you know, Robin's like, I have to be real with myself, and you know, I'm not going to make myself be uncomfortable if I don't have to. So she was like, in no way, shape, or form do I feel like it was intentionally directed at anybody. She was like, I just feel like it's bad planning. So kudos to Robin for being a woman and not being petty about it, because I feel like Giselle is like just waiting and trying to like wait for the right time where she can like pick a fight or like try to blame Wendy. But I feel like Wendy is at fault though, because you knew the last room was a room without a restroom. Like, you knew that. And I understand that, you know, Giselle did send to the group that text where I don't feel comfortable coming, blah, 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 and then decided to come last minute. So I understand where like Wendy's coming and why she would feel like I'm not going to go out of my way. But at the same time, you always have to be a host and you always have to be a woman first. So you do have to put aside your feelings and emotions and be the bigger person. Man. Oh my gosh, you guys. So the drama is starting. Okay, so I told you that Robin's downstairs with Ascala, right? So they go and sit down, and Ascala's, you know, just like, so what's going on with you and Wendy? Like, do you think you can have a conversation with her? And Robin's like, you know, every time I try to talk to Wendy or interact with her, it turns into a debate. And she's like, I'm not interested in it. You know, I just don't have time for it. Like, Robin literally said, like, if I tell Wendy the sky is blue, she will try to debate me and the sky will literally be blue. Like, for some reason, Wendy is just so defensive. She constantly takes shots at Robin and Juan's relationship and their situation. Like, if that situation is what works for their family, then that works for their family, and leave them alone and worry about your family, because you clearly don't have enough going on in your life if you're worried about Robin and what she's doing and what's going on in her home. Ma'am, worry about your home. Worry about those alleged cheating rumors from your husband, Eddie, Wendy, because I want to know, why did you really have to go get your body done after some cheating rumors came out? Is there some truth to that? Okay, so anyways, Escala and Robin are like, so Escala's explaining to Robin, like, well, you know, I just feel really torn and awkward because, you know, you brought me into this circle. And she's like, and now the person who brought me into the circle, I formed bonds and friends with these ladies, and now you're not getting along with them. And so she's like, you know, I just feel in a really weird and awkward place. And so Robin, you know, expresses to her, you know, when I met Wendy a year ago, she was told, we hit it off. I really thought like we could be friends and all that stuff, and we were getting to know each other. And then she's like, and then she just like changed and just like started taking shots at my situation, my relationship. Like, she literally in one episode told Robin like she doesn't even have a relationship to talk about. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. Like, that is so ignorant. So while they're sitting there talking, you see Mia and G come downstairs to get some food. And of course, Mia is now living up to her title, Messy Mia, and goes upstairs and says, Wendy, I heard that you weren't the same person you are a year ago. And so Wendy's like, oh, really? Where did you hear that? Who told you that? Robin. Mind you, this woman was eavesdropping. So anything that she heard being said about Wendy is out of context, because you were not there for the full conversation. Guys, I needed a minute. Robin was literally speaking openly, freely, and candidly to a person who is genuinely her friend, who she can trust. And Mia comes along in the middle of the situation, doesn't even ask questions, just eavesdrops, takes the ball and runs with it and throws the stone. And watch, you guys, Mia's gonna hide her hand. She's going to hide her hand. So now, let's see what's going to happen when Robin and Escala come back upstairs, since Mia's going around spreading lies and starting drama. And everybody was literally just chilling and getting coupled up, booed up, minding their business, relaxing in the sun and enjoying the boat ride. So here comes the drama, shade, and tea, you guys. I just don't know if my heart can take this. Okay, you guys, so Mia goes upstairs and tells her little T, talking about, yeah, Robin's down there saying you're not the same person you were a year ago. So Robin and Escala come back upstairs to join everyone, and of course the person to greet them is Mia, and goes, hi friends, did you miss us? And then she's like, miss you? We weren't even gone for that long. Like, that's what Robin says. And then Mia's like, well, I missed you, but I don't know if Wendy did, because I overheard your conversation and I told Wendy what you said. And so Robin's like, okay, what was the conversation? And she's like, well, you said that Wendy's not the same person she was a year ago. And Robin's like, no, I said our friendship isn't where it was a year ago. So then Mia's like, oh, And so everybody's like, Mia, stop, like, stop, you know? And so she's like, okay, well, I must have had it wrong. I'm sorry. I'm woman enough to own up to when I'm wrong. Okay, girl, well, how about you stop going around and running your mouth? Because in another scene, they did a cut scene and they bounced back to the scene where Mia went and told Wendy that Giselle called her a weak bitch, which Giselle did not. And then when they're at the table, Mia admits, well, I interpret it as, it doesn't matter what you interpret something as. It's did they say it or did they not? So stop being messy, Mia. So then she's like, okay, well, do you care to elaborate on it? And so then she's like, no, I don't. You know, there's nothing to discuss because I don't feel like having a debate right now. And honestly, everybody's there with their husbands and stuff. And like, who wants to have a big debate and try to hash out issues between women when it's other women who have nothing to deal with it and men are around? The men don't want to constantly hear these women arguing, nagging, and getting at each other's necks. Like, stop. Have some class. So then Wendy proceeds to be like, okay, well, that's fine. Everyone changes and evolves. And she's like, and I'm glad to know that's how you feel now. And she's like, you know, you just learn where people belong in your lives and you place them accordingly. So I guess she's trying to say, like, Robin isn't her friend. Like, she's just, I don't know, Mia is just messing stuff up. Like, literally messing stuff up so bad right now, you guys. Like, it's ridiculous how messy she's being. Okay, you guys, so Robin and Wendy try to continue their conversation, and then they bring up the fact that Robin and Giselle left. And so, you know, Robin explains to her what she literally said to Escala downstairs, like, hey, I had to do what I had to do to make me comfortable, you know, and you knew what time we were arriving, like we said it in the group text. And so Wendy's like, but guys, I literally didn't pick out anybody's rooms. Like, I just let everybody choose, and that just happened to be what happened. Okay, I understand that, but still at the same time, Wendy should have made sure she got a house that accommodated everybody. Because like I said earlier, and like Robin said, what if Juan had came? Then what, Giselle's supposed to sleep on the couch? Like, no. So Wendy is just being like, she's really not taking responsibility for anything. So then Robin's like, I'm cool. I just did what I wanted to do, what would make me comfortable. I don't have an issue with it. So then she's like, you know, Giselle might have an issue with it. And Giselle's like, no, same as Robin. She was like, you know, you knew what time we were coming and you know, and everything. And she was like, things just didn't go as planned. And she's like, I don't want to talk about it because it's always combative and it's always, you know, confrontational. And so then Wendy's like, because you always have to be a mean girl and a bitch. No, 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 no. You can't just say that about Giselle. Giselle just keeps it real. She may not have that great of a fashion sense, but she keeps it real. And yes, she is shady sometimes, but she does keep it real. So then they start going back and forth, and then Robin's like, why are we even having this conversation around the guys? Like, this is bullshit. Like, they don't want to hear this. So then the guys get up and they go, I guess they go like to the back of the boat or downstairs to get drinks or something. So now it's just the ladies, and this stuff is about to get real because it's only 13 minutes left in this episode. So some stuff is about to happen. I don't know. I just feel like Candace and Mia are finally gonna like have their conversation, and some things are gonna be said. And I want to know what. Okay, you guys. So my little hunch was right. So Mia's like, okay, well, is this all resolved? Wendy, Giselle, Robin? And Wendy's like, no, it's not resolved. It's not going to get resolved. And they're all like, yeah, no, like, it's not resolved. Like, it's not fixed. So then Wendy's like, since you want something to get resolved so bad, how about you and Candace talk, Mia? So Mia's like, okay. So her and Candace talk. So Mia does apologize to Candace for calling her project low budget and for offending her and for getting in her business about her mom and for asking like, because in the episode where Candace did her music video, she's like, so is Chris getting paid to be the manager? Because Chris is a chef, right, you guys? And I guess the restaurant that him and Candace had closed during the pandemic. And so now he like books himself out as a chef for like events and parties. And so he couldn't be there for the video shoot day because he had a event he had to cook for. But then he ends up showing up like in the middle of the episode, like towards the end of the video shoot, and he's in his cooking clothes and everything. So everybody's like, what's going on? Like, why is Chris here? So then Candace is like, it wasn't so much the fact that you asked my mom, you know, about Chris. She was like, it was the fact that Candace started crying, and she's like, that you called my project low budget, because she was like, you know, I had to practice so hard. This is my dream. And she's like, you know, I don't know if I'm doing it right, and I'm really, really scared, and it's terrifying, and it's a scary journey and a process. And she's like, you know, and then to just have someone who I'm still getting to know just come and like say that to me, she's like, it makes me feel like I'm under attack. So Candace, I totally get it. I understand where you're coming from. I understand where Mia's coming from, but Candace literally cannot take what she dishes out, because like that comment about her mom, like you just shouldn't be talking about people's family. Like I understand Mia started first because she asked Candace's mom about her husband, and you shouldn't be inquiring about people's marriages and about their finances and their situations. Like it's between them, you know. And the mom shouldn't have even answered. The mom should have been like, it's none of my business, you know, you can ask my daughter that. So Candace's mom played a role in that as well. Man, you guys, this is just getting a little crazy. Okay, you guys, so Mia and Candace hash out their differences. Candace explains like, I didn't know when I made the comment about your mom, you know, I was hitting a nerve. So Mia opens up, she shares with all the ladies the situation with her mom, about her mom being in prison and all of that stuff. Then of course she breaks down, starts crying and everything. So then the guys come back, they leave the boat, and then they get in the car and they're on the ride home, and Ashley, Candace, Mia, and Robin are all sitting in the back row, and then G is sitting to the like right, so he's like catty corner to Ashley, and Ashley's laying back like this with her head up against the window with her mouth open trying to take a nap. So of course G starts going in on her, starts making inappropriate sexual remarks, talking about over there with your head bobbing and your mouth wide open. And so then Ashley's like, you know, like I'm minding my business, like I'm on my side of the bus, like why can't you be on your side of the bus? Well, I am on my side of the bus, but I'm still gonna talk about you. And so Ashley's like, you know, I have babies, I don't get good sleep, like I'm just trying to rest. And she's like, why don't you talk to Mia? And Mia is sitting in the same row, and she's literally like not telling her husband, like after Ashley has asked him repeatedly to please stop, please leave her alone. And then Karen's piping up from the front. It's like, yeah, leave Ashley alone. Like you tell him, Ashley, you know, trying to have Ashley's back. And Mia's just literally sitting there letting her husband go in. So this is showing me a lot of insight about Mia. I think that in the house, Mia, when it comes to her husband, because she was found in the strip club, whether she was stripping or being a waitress, whatever, that's her business. I could care less. But she is very, very, very submissive and kind of even shuts down a little around her husband. And she doesn't stand up to him or anything. Like, you know, she could have been like, slapped him on the leg and be like, babe, leave Ashley alone. Come on. You see, she's starting to get a little worked up. Like, you know, just stop. Like, and she literally just sits there and like lets her husband go in on Ashley. But you guys, that's the end of the episode. I literally did this video, like stopped and like made my little like video and stuff as I watched the episode to give you guys like the realest, most accurate review. So I hope this video was better than my one last week. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and bye from your girl, Devin K the model.